If you're wondering why I'm itching and scratching so much all the way through this video, is I've been eaten alive by midges in here. It's absolute agony to not scratch. Anywhere I can buy a drone in here? You can't buy a drone in the woods, but if you're based in the UK and Ireland, where you can buy a drone is from the Drone Shack, who are the sponsors of today's video. They have been selling the latest and greatest drone models for over 10 years, drones like the Mini 3 Pro. Now, as an outdoors filmmaker, one of the things I value the most is having the best image quality and the best features possible for shooting my videos in this lightest, smallest package. Until now, I've been mostly using the Mini 2 if I've been making my running videos or if I've been going out on a bike. But the downside with that, even though it has really good image quality, really good video quality, is that the Mini 2 couldn't do tracking. It also didn't have obstacle avoidance. So anytime I needed the ability to track, I brought my larger DJI Air 2S. But then this has come out. I've only had it a day, and in this video I'm going to give you my 5 reasons why I think this is a fantastic upgrade to the Mini 2 and possibly just a really good first drone for anyone in general. So let's get started. And number 1 is image and video quality. Video quality in this is fantastic. It's got a new sensor. It shoots up to 10-bit HDR video, which is a big upgrade over the Mini 2. So in high contrast environments, I was still able to get detail in both the shadow and the highlights. Really impressed with the image quality out of this. Now, even though it's 10-bit and the Air 2S is 10-bit, it's not quite as good as the Air 2S. The Air 2S has that larger 1-inch sensor. Can't argue with physics, and that larger sensor is always going to give you better video quality, but massively impressed with what you can get out of this, and it is an upgrade over the Mini 2. Number 2 then is flight time and battery life. The original Mini 2 had about 30 minutes of battery life, which meant practically it was around 25 minutes in ideal conditions because you never want to drain your battery. This has got 34 minutes, which is nuts, and there's an optional battery coming later on in the future which is going to give you up to 47 minutes. Just bear in mind, if you do get a larger battery, it will put this over the 250 gram weight limit, meaning that some additional restrictions will apply in a lot of countries. Number 3 then is better wind handling. It is windy up here! On paper, I think the Mini 2 and the Mini 3 should be around equal, but I find that anytime I use my Mini 2 in like really windy conditions, it didn't handle them spectacularly well, and I had a few times where it just looked like it was going to flip out of the air. This, at least anecdotally for me, seems to handle wind much better. You see those shots where I was running up on top of the mountain, it was gusting 15-20 miles an hour plus. I was getting wind warnings, but this was still able to track me, still able to orbit around while doing so. So yeah, based on my initial observations, this definitely feels like it handles wind better. Definitely felt like a much larger drone, similar to the Air 2S in wind. Right, number 4 and 5 I'm going to do together because it is obstacle avoidance and tracking. I never thought I would see obstacle avoidance in a drone this size, or tracking. I thought DJI wouldn't want to cannibalize sales from their larger drones, but they've got it, and it works so well. I think the best example of this is when I had the drone tracking me on the bike, and I was cycling down this really narrow path, and the drone is just sensing the trees, swooping around them and avoiding them. It just really impressed with how well it worked. And then out in open areas, I'm able to set this drone up to track me, and it can do like an orbit around me as I go. It can follow, and then it can also lock position and watch you as you zip on past. Those for me are going to be huge additions to my outdoors content. Of course, with the new obstacle avoidance and collision detection, you're less likely to crash your drone, but if you do crash your drone and you're a customer of the Drone Shack, don't worry, because they also have a repair service. Whether you bought a consumer level drone or an enterprise level drone, they can get it sorted out and repaired for you. And of course, being an independent business, that means they're going to be able to give you a much more personal service, whether you're buying online or picking up in store. The company's actually run by two twin brothers, Stephen and Andy, who've worked in the media industry for years and are both qualified drone pilots. So thank you to them very much for sponsoring this video. And if you're interested in drones, you can go check out their website. Oh, and if you happen to be near the Mourne Mountains a lot, Drone Shack is actually based in Hilltown, so you could pick up your latest purchase on the way to the mountains. There's loads more could be said about the Mini 3 Pro. I'd actually love to know what new feature it is that interests you most. You can stick that down in the comments, because there's lots of things I didn't mention, like the ability to shoot vertical videos for your Instagram reels and your tickety talks. And yeah, there's other features and accessories that I just haven't mentioned at all. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it maybe helped you make up your mind now. If you want more in-depth analysis, I've linked a couple of videos I'd recommend below until I get a chance to come back and revisit this in a few months. If you like this video, please hit like. If you're interested in the outdoors, camping, hiking, running, I collect outdoors hobbies, you can give me a subscribe, and well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.